Hashtags on YouTube videos, have you seen them popping up just above the titles? Well, today we're going to talk about that and a whole lot more, so stick around. G'day, this is Doug from Doug Hewson YouTube, and we're here to help you with tech for content creation, and today we're talking about those hashtags that are showing up above the title on your YouTube videos. You've seen them on some but not all. Why are they there and what can you do with them? That's what we're going to check out. Let's get right into it. Now, the first thing to know is that hashtags have been clickable in your description for some time. So you have been able to use hashtags there, and basically when you click on a hashtag, it takes you to a search for that specific hashtag. So basically it kicks you out to the normal YouTube search and plugs in that particular hashtag as the search item. So that's nothing new. What's new is the fact that they're turning up above the title. And you might have noticed that there's never any more than 3 hashtags above the title. That's the limit of how many it will show. Now, there's a few rules around hashtags, of course. Is there any limitations on how you can use them or how many you can use? Well, let's go have a look at the YouTube help page that specifically talks about hashtags use on YouTube. But the main thing I want to cover are the actual hashtag usage policies, because they're important for people not to overuse or abuse the hashtag feature. And you'll come to realize that there's certain things you can and can't do with hashtags. So let's get right into it. Now, as we mentioned already, it says here that hashtags can be used to search YouTube for a hashtag, and you can click on the hashtag and it will take you to that search item like we said. It says that you can put hashtags in either the title or the description of your video, so you don't need to use them in tags. If you use a hashtag in the title, that part of the title will become clickable, and if you use them in the description, as I mentioned before, they're clickable in the description. Now, what it says here is users can click on the hashtags to appear in your video title, above your video title, or in the description to go to the hashtag search results, just like we said. So basically, if you put any hashtag in your description, anywhere in your description, the first 3 that you've listed will be the 3 that appear above your title. So obviously the order will be important. So the first tag that shows up in your description will be the first tag, second tag, third tag. Now, here's some interesting rules around hashtags on YouTube. This is probably the important part. And then after this, we'll get into possible uses. Like all content uploaded into YouTube, hashtags must meet our community guidelines. Make sure to follow these policies when using hashtags. First thing, no spaces. Hashtags don't contain any spaces, which we sort of know if you've ever used hashtags on Twitter, Instagram. Hashtags are a group of letters and numbers, or like a one word with a hashtag in front of it. Over tagging. Don't add too many tags to a single video. The more tags you add to a video, the less relevant they become for users who are searching. If a video has more than 15 hashtags, YouTube will actually ignore all hashtags on that video. So if you overuse hashtags, YouTube is just going to flat out ignore the hashtags, so they won't be searchable at all. Over tagging may result in the removal of your video from your uploads or from search. So yeah, if you abuse the hashtag feature, then your video may not be searchable at all, which is not good. Misleading content. Don't add hashtags that are not already related to the video. Misleading or unrelated hashtags may result in the removal of your video. So this all comes under what in the community guidelines is called misleading metadata. If you upload a video and put irrelevant tags, then that can harm your video. It can get pinged with a community guideline strike potentially, and other actions that YouTube might even remove the video. So the same thing applies to hashtags. They have to be relevant. Now, the next few sections is all about ways not to use hashtags in regards to things like harassment, hate speech, sexual content, and vulgar language. So don't use swear words in hashtags, anything that of sexual nature or is hate speech or harassment or targeting somebody in a bad way. So you don't want to use your hashtag to be abusive or to be vulgar or to bring any sort of sexual innuendo. So stay clear of any of those types of words in your hashtags. And it says non-hashtags. While adding hashtags is allowed, adding ordinary descriptive tags or repetitive sentences in the description is still prohibited. Violating this policy will result in the removal of your video or penalties being applied to your video. Learn more about misleading metadata policies or watch misleading metadata on YouTube video. So again, don't go loading your description with just a bunch of random words to try and get ranking, because that's not how the tags work. So they're saying, whilst we allow a certain amount of hashtags, don't apply them in a way that is just a blob of words, because that is actually a no-no on YouTube. So if you've got a blob of words, the tags go in the tag section. Do not use tags in your description ever. Everything in your description has to flow and make sense in conversational English. So make sure that when you do your videos, that everything that you put in, make sure that they fit in somehow in conversational English, or are not spammy in just like a blob of hashtags. Be balanced and don't abuse it. You can't rig the system with this sort of thing. So, what are your ideas for using hashtags? Now that they show up and then you know that they're more likely to be clicked because they're above the title, how can you use hashtags to your advantage? Well, the first thing I can think of is in your video, you can refer to the hashtag to link to a related video, maybe of yours or somebody else's. Specifically, if you use a hashtag that's unique to your channel, possibly, that maybe nobody else is using, that can be very helpful. If you're using a very generic tag, like even I did a search on the word hashtags, it brings up a very random amount. There's a few videos on this very topic that we're doing now, but there's also unrelated videos popping up because people have used the word hashtags on videos in the past where they may not be related, which is obviously a no-no, as we just discovered reading the YouTube help page here. So what else can you do it? If you come up with a unique hashtag for maybe a collaboration, if each person in the collaboration used that same hashtag and it appeared above, you can link to everybody else in your collaboration. It could be a large group of people in the same collaboration. Say it's collaboration about a challenge or something like that. You can put the name of the challenge as a hashtag. And anybody looking for related content will be able to click that hashtag and all the videos will show up in search as a relevant search. So the more relevant ones are going to show up at the top. So make sure that everything is in place to make it look like that content is relevant and related to that particular hashtag. You might have some of your own ideas in how to use these hashtags to help promote or grow your channel or your videos. Make sure you put them down in the comments below, because I'm interested in your ideas, your strategies. What's something you've come up with? Make sure that it follows the YouTube's terms of service and community guidelines, and never use a hashtag sub for sub. Anyway, this is Doug from Doug Hewson YouTube. Make sure if you like this video to subscribe for more content exactly like this, and share the video to anyone who's asking you the question, what's this hashtag above the title? What's this all about? Make sure to share it with them. This is Doug from Doug Hewson YouTube. I'll catch you later.